All right, welcome back inside the WCBL studios. I'm your content host, Clark Monroe for IKS Media. And of course, we're wrapping up our coverage today, actually, with our 12th and final coaches interview to kick off the season and give you guys a behind the scenes look at your favorite teams from across the league. Today, we are joined by the powerhouse Okotoks Dawgs manager, Lou Pote. Lou, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Lou, obviously, you are one of the longest tenured coaches across the WCBL. Actually, before we get into the baseball stuff, I'd love to ask you, how much has this league evolved and changed in your time in the WCBL?
Oh, it's from sponsorship to upgrades and stadiums to the talent. It gets better and better each year. It was, I think, a couple years back it was more just a summer, more of like a summer league, and now it's it just takes off every single year. So it's really fun to see, like not only the talent, but like the evolution of some of the stadiums and upgrades, and that seems to happen every year at a different place.
Yeah, I love hearing that. And obviously, with Saskatoon coming in last season and Energy City Cactus Rats coming in this season, there's a lot of excitement around that kind of stuff. And one of the purposes of these chats in these interviews that we're trying to get to, Lou, is just to get the fans to know the coaches a little bit more than just what they see on the field on a day-to-day basis. So what's an off-season like for Lou Pote? Like, what else are you involved in throughout the off-season? What kind of stuff do you, maybe on your downtime, what do you like to get into?
It's pretty much baseball.
Yeah.
I coach 15U, our 15U, top 15U team in the academy until the league starts. But we have over 100, I think 120 kids in the academy, in the Dawgs Academy, and I'm full time doing a lot of pitching stuff with our academy guys, and and then when if I'm not doing baseball or coaching in the winter, I'm usually watching my beloved Chicago Bears in the fall let me down. A big Bears fan, Chicago sports fan. I'm a White Sox fan, not a Cubs fan. But I'm just trying to stay active whatever way I can. But I'm a pretty simple guy.
Well, you have a pope now, Lou, so maybe things will be changing for the Bears. Who knows? But like you mentioned, you're originally from Illinois, and you had a 5-year Major League Baseball career with the Angels and the Cleveland organization, I'll say. What brought you to the WCBL originally, and Okotoks specifically?
Okotoks. I was running an academy in Sherwood Park, and then I knew one of the former coaches with the Dawgs, Alan Cox, and my kids were getting serious about baseball, so it was something. And every time I came down to Okotoks, I loved the facilities, and I loved the town. So when my kids were old enough to play and it worked, where I could come and coach in the academy, it was an easy decision for a family.
Yeah, perfect. That's usually a good reason for sure. So let's talk about last year's team a little bit. Obviously, a bit of a powerhouse. I mentioned it earlier, but this team has now won 4 of the last 5 championships. It's 3 in a row now for you guys. But last year, 42-14 on the regular season. You defeated the #1 Sylvan Lake Gulls in a really, obviously, a heavyweight matchup in the playoffs last year, and then beat the Cinderella Moose Jaw Miller Express in the final in a best-of-3 series. What's the biggest takeaway that you're going to take from last season, Lou, that you can apply to this season?
I think the biggest thing was, baseball is always, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. And the one thing that I think I take away that was after we won it, was sending the guys in their last year playing baseball out on top. That was, to me, there's no better feeling than going out on top your last game. Just kind of setting that tone when the guys start rolling in to you're not just playing for yourself, and you're playing for some guys that are playing their last year of baseball in their baseball careers. So we mention it every year, and the guys really seem to rally around it, and we've had special groups, man. It's you don't win. You're not going to win it with one or two guys, and you're not going to the culture, everything that goes into having some talent on the field, but the culture that's been created by our players is really special.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't win 4 out of 5, Lou, if you don't have a good culture built around the organization.
Yeah.
So I think that goes hand in hand. So let's talk about some of those players from last season that could be coming back this summer. Who's going to be a big part of the leadership group that you'd like to send out winning at the end of the season this year?
Oh, Connor Croson, the guy he hit the walk-off home run to win it. Grew up in Okotoks, 2 minutes away from the stadium. Logan Grant. Those are like off the top of my head. Those guys like Croson has played on every team in our academy growing up, and he's always hit. He's always been a dog, and to see like those guys go out on top, it would be awesome because they've been obviously an integral part of our championship runs in the past years. So there's no fitting way to send them out. So that would be a fairy tale ending, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be great. Is there a new recruit or two that you have coming in that you're really excited to get in a uniform and see on the field for the first couple times?
Yeah. We have Jake Skaggs, kid from Pittsburgh State, outfielder. He's exciting, a high energy guy. Aiden Krause from Chandler Gilbert. He's runs like a 6'4", can fly. He's got a cannon of an arm in center field. Had an unbelievable year offensively down at Chandler Gilbert. So usually I'm saying pitchers most of the time, but these guys those are two names off the top of my head that I'm really looking forward to getting to watch them do their thing, and they're exciting. The fans are going to love them. And I just can't wait to get started.
You love to hear it. You love the excitement. So, Lou, if I told you I just got back from the future, okay, and the Dawgs have successfully defended their title once again, can you fill in the blank for me here? Blank must have gone right in order for that to have happened. What's the X factor this summer for the Dawgs?
Pitching. Pitching. Our pitching has to. We lost some key members of our pitching staff last year. That have been around for a while and were leaders on not only our pitching staff, our team. So you got to pitch. You can't rely on out hitting everybody. So I think we got a pretty good turnover with some of our arms this year. So, but we're bringing in some guys that we think can really help us repeat. And that's the thing. Like we run our staff a lot different than most teams. Our starters go 3, maybe 4, and then we're like inning with our bullpen guys. We're trying to keep them fresh, keep them healthy, so they can develop into and have successful college careers. But we're not trying to burn them out just to win a championship.
There you go. Love to hear it. Lou, I appreciate the time today. Best of luck this season, defending the title yet again. And I'm sure we'll be chatting again down the road.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right.